reaching for the open door, but you know what to say to keep me here. Feelings always left unheard. I'm hanging on your words that aren't sincere.
What up, YouTube? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sherry. How are you today? I hope you are doing well, and I hope everything is wonderful in your world. Today, again, I'm here on a rainy Sunday morning here in Oklahoma, and today I am filming for you a collab with a group of wonderful ladies. We call ourselves the Magnificent Seven. I am super excited to be collabing with this wonderful group of ladies. I will include all their information down below in the info box for you, and I hope you will go check them out. They are all wonderful in their own individual way, and I have really enjoyed getting to know them all and working with them all. So we kind of did a little powwow and decided that we were going to do a collab where we all talked about our makeup journey inspiration. And whenever that idea came to mind for me, two things came to mind immediately. First of all, my mom is my very first makeup inspiration, because I remember as a little girl watching her put on her makeup and being fascinated by the way she put on her lipstick and all of those things. I'm actually going to show you how she does it, because she does it that way to this day. And also I think about my YouTube journey, and I think about who was my very first inspiration as far as makeup was concerned with YouTube, and that was Jaclyn Hill. I know she's gotten herself into a mess, and there's a lot to be said about that, and I may talk about some of that in this video. But most of all, I want to talk about how I was inspired by her and her makeup, and also my mom. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a full face here with you, but I'm going to zoom through that for you, and then I'm going to concentrate on the eyes and lips, because those are the parts that are my favorite and the part that inspires me most. So if you would like to see and hear about my makeup journey inspiration, then please keep watching.
Let me go. You should let me go. Let me go. Come on and let me go. You should let me go. Come on and 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 let me go. Love yourself as ever.
Why am I so afraid just to say a hello? Or to pick up the phone just to say what is up? It's been a long time and I've been thinking, give you a call to shoot the shit and fill you in, we're reminiscing. Yeah. On the dumb things we did when we were only little children. Up in the hills smoking cigarillos, waiting on a vision of what our life would be like if we were dreaming and together we were wishing. Cause now I'm living in the city and you're back home, and all I'm doing is I'm singing. Yes, I'm singing. Oh, I don't feel how I used to anymore. I don't hear from you like I used to anymore. Let's run it back and kick it like we used to. Or call me back. crispy and I'm spitting a cappella. Back in the day in school with you fools when I was younger, we never skipped class, we were living life waiting on the summer. Now we live so fast, it's hard to see the seasons change. There goes another of what our life would be like if we were dreaming and together we were wishing. Cause now I'm living in the city and you're back home, and all I'm doing is I'm singing, yes I'm singing. Oh, I don't feel how I used to anymore. I don't hear from you like I used to anymore. Let's run it back and kick it like we used to. Or call me back and tell me something new. I don't hear from you like I used to. I don't feel how I used to. I don't hear from you like I used to. I don't feel like I used to. Oh, I don't feel how I used to. I don't feel anymore. I don't hear from you like I used to.
All right, folks, so I am all eyebrowed, foundationed, primed, the whole 9 yards. And so it's time to go into the eyes. And because I told you that part of my inspiration was Jaclyn Hill, I decided I was going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. Now, when we get to the lips part, I'll talk more about my mom. But with the Jaclyn Hill palette, the reason that she is one of my makeup inspirations is because when I first started watching her, it was long time ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, and she was super humble and super endearing, and I had just never seen makeup so beautiful before, and I was just mesmerized by watching her create eye looks. And I was mostly taken by the really warm brown eye looks, like the warm brown smoky eyes. They were just so beautiful, and I couldn't get over how pretty they were. I was so happy to get this palette whenever it came out, and I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it has gotten a lot of love. I have used it so much. And it's one of my staple palettes. And when I need a warm brown or a transition brown of any kind, I go into this, and also some of the pretty shimmers in here I just love. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a warm brown, smoky-ish kind of eye look, because that's what I think of when I think of her. It's really a shame with her launch and with the things that have happened with her. You know, whenever somebody kind of shows that they're sketchy, it's hard to get past that. And like I've said probably 10 times on my channel, I try to separate the makeup products from the person, because otherwise I would probably not be able to use any cosmetics, because there's almost some kind of controversy attached to almost everything these days. It's absolutely getting ridiculous, and I have to separate myself from it in general. And I will say, this is out of respect for her makeup skills, her makeup looks, the way that she made me feel at the beginning, the excitement that I felt about makeup, and the prospect that maybe I could someday be as good as she was, that I could learn to be better at doing makeup. And that is where me including her in this video comes from. That's the place that it comes from, is just like the excitement I felt at the beginning of finding the beauty community and somebody who was quirky and funny and not perfect like me. I was just endeared by her, and I really appreciate that part of my journey, because it pushed me forward. It pushed me to do something like this, like having a channel. And so there it is. I can leave the other stuff aside for this video and just appreciate the part that she played in my makeup journey. So I'm going to go ahead and do the eye look. I will tell you or show you what I'm using on my eyes as I go, and again probably skip through some of it through fast forward, just because this is going to be a long video anyway. Whenever we get to the lip part, we'll talk about my mama. I'm going to start with a combination of Silk Cream and MFEO as a transition.
I'm reaching for the open door, but you know what to say to keep me here. Feelings always left unheard.
I'm going to use those same 2 shades on my lower lash line.
That aren't sincere. Trapped by reality, freed by my imagination.
Next, I'm going to go in and deepen the crease with the shade Butter right here.
There's always a ceiling, no reason to stay, but every reason to know that if you don't love me, you should let me go. You should let me go.
Alright, next to really warm it up, I'm going to go in with a combination of Roxanne and Jax. And these are the colors that really make me think of her because they're so warm. And I just remember those really warm, smoky looks, and I just love them. So that's what I'm kind of trying to recreate here.
You're only looking at the surface. I know, 'cause you like pretty things. You could never understand me. You've never seen the colors of my wings.
Love that. Now I'm going to go in with those same 2 colors, Roxanne and Jax, and really smoke out the bottom lash line with that.
Is that why when I'm moving, I leave you satisfied, but you leave me still wanting? If you don't let me fly, then you should let me go.
Like that. I remember thinking I could never get away with pulling that color down so far on my lower lash line as she does. Yeah, I do that all the time now. I love the way it looks, and it covers up some of the wrinkles. I'm going to take the same brush and go into Butter and just go right below that with Butter.
Let me go.
Alright, that's it for the lower lash line. I am going to, let's see, look at some of these golds and these shimmers and see which one. I think I'm going to go with this one. It's kind of a taupey kind of color, and that's what I'm going to do on my lid. Then I'm going to go in with a combination of in Light and Beam, these 2, and go on my inner corner and brow bone. Alright folks, that's it. Warm brown, lots of layered browns, and smoky. So I am going to go off camera to do my mascara and eyeliner and lashes. I have a hair that is tormenting me. Anyways, I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be back and then we'll talk about the lippy and my mama. I did want to say that this lower lash mascara is a mascara that I learned about from Jaclyn Hill, which is the extended play Giga Black Lash by MAC. I remember seeing her put this on her lower lash line, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that might make me look like I have some lashes down on the lower lash line, and it does. So just wanted to throw that out there. Another first for me when watching Jaclyn Hill was false lashes. She was the one that inspired me to just learn how to do it, because it was so difficult for me at first. And I did want to say about that, it is a practice makes perfect kind of thing, and you just have to learn how to feel things out and where the placement is, and eventually it becomes like second nature. It's like riding a bike. Once you get it, you got it. And anyways, I'm going to use the Samantha lashes by Huda, because these kind of lashes are the lashes that remind me of her, just really fluffy and PC, and not PC, but flirty and flared out and very wispy. And I just remember thinking, she doesn't have very good lashes either, like me, and look at how beautiful those lashes are. I have to learn how to do this. I have to be able to wear those lashes. So she's the one. She's the one that got me started on the false lash train, and I'm still on it. Hey, I'm just gonna put them on with you on the camera here, just because. Well, yeah, some more. So it's like, I don't know, all this stuff going on with the beauty community, it's really become a situation where, the ugliness of competition and the fact that it's a business come into play. And that's fine. I mean, that's all well and good. Everybody, I have nothing against people trying to make a living off of what they do on YouTube. If I had that option, I would probably take it. I wouldn't probably take it. I know I would take it if I could make a living doing YouTube. But anyways, the point I'm making is that it's getting to the point where, people are happy to see other people fail, which I think is super sad, because I'm not ever going to look at one of my fellow creators and hope that they aren't successful. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to try to help them be successful, and I am going to do everything that I can do to support them, and I'm going to cheer them on. And whenever if they accomplish something that I wish that I could accomplish, or I am working hard to accomplish, I'm not going to try to shoot them down, and I'm not going to try to make them, look bad, or try to do anything to sabotage them or anything like that. And I know that's not, a huge thing in the micro creator community, but I've seen it happen. I've seen jealousy take root. I've seen people, talking trash about each other, even in the smallest realms. But all of that to say, I'm really sad about the Jaclyn Hill situation. I'm sad that her launch didn't go well, and that her dream hasn't come to fruition the way that she wanted it to. Not on a YouTuber, a fellow creator situation, but as a human being. Because, I have dreams. I have things that I want for my life that I work hard towards. And if I had finally thought that my dream was coming to fruition and it was a hot mess and it turned out really badly, I would be heartbroken. Now, on the other side of that, did she handle it well? Absolutely not. And if she had handled it in a different way, I think it would have maybe turned out not so bad for her. But she didn't handle it well, and her company didn't handle it well, and whoever was advising her didn't handle it well. And I don't know if she'll recover from it. We shall see. I am not inclined to rush out to be at her next launch. I actually forgot, and now I'm glad, I actually forgot about the lipstick launch and didn't set an alarm, and I missed it. And then when I saw that almost everything was sold out, I was like, they'll restock. I'll be patient. I'll get the lipsticks later. And so I'm super glad that I didn't, become a victim of what a lot of people did, which is, either not getting refunded or getting faulty lipsticks, or feeling as if they couldn't use the product because it was potentially unsafe. But I think it's sad. I think it's super sad. I hate the fact that I feel like she's untrustworthy and not honest. I don't know if that's on her solely or if that's on the people who are advising her, but I think it's sad. But here is my smoky, warm brown, lots of browns layered on top of each other with giant wispy lashes, Jaclyn Hill inspired kind of look. that reminds me of her. I don't think my eyes look like her eyes would look, but this is the kind of look that I used to see her do that I just thought was so warm and beautiful, and it just made me so much want to be able to do that. And so I'm going to honor her in that way. But before I go to put the lip on, I'm going to go ahead and grab some setting spray, find the lippy, and a thing that I need to finish this off with, the thing about my mom. Alright, I decided to go ahead and do my lips. I am going to use Lucky Strike by ColourPop because this is a color that reminds me of my mom. My mom did use really bright red lipstick. My mom in her younger days had coal black hair, really pretty brown eyes, and very pale skin in the winter, very tan skin in the summer. And I always remember minty green or frosty blue eyeshadow, and I just thought, I remember the first time I wore eyeshadow, it was like this frosty aqua color, kind of greenish. It was hideous, and I wouldn't even attempt to put that kind of eyeshadow on now because I don't even know if I own an eyeshadow that color, but I thought it was so pretty. But what was always mesmerizing to me was my mom putting on her lipstick, because she has a very distinct way of putting on her lipstick. I am going to put on a liner. She didn't ordinarily do that, but I'm going to show you her method of putting on lipstick. She still does it today. But my mom is beautiful. She was beautiful then. She's beautiful now. Obviously, she's my mom. She's my standard of beauty, but she's beautiful inwardly as well as on the outside. And now that she's gotten older, she's always looking at herself going, I look so ugly. And you know, she's never ugly. On her worst day, she's not ugly. And she's always beautiful to me. So I love you, Mama. So I'm going to put on a lip liner, and then I'll show you the Kathy Ward method of applying lipstick. I wanted to share one more makeup memory of my childhood with my mom. I don't think she did, but I think somebody that she knew sold Avon, and I don't know, you probably have to be of a certain age to remember this, but they had these tiny little white lipstick samples, and the little cap came off and there was a tiny little bit of product on the end, and I remember my mom using that, and I remember her giving me a couple of those, and I thought it was the best thing ever. Like, my makeup obsession started really early in life. But the reason I chose this lipstick in particular is because back then all of the lipsticks looked like this. They were just your traditional bullet, and this is the way my mom put on her lipstick. She would start on one corner or one peak. She has a really significant bow, Cupid's bow. She has a very significant Cupid's bow. So she would start at the top of one of the bows and go down like that, and then she'd go to the other Cupid's bow, peak, and go down like that. So it was like so precise. And then she'd go on this one, and then she'd go all the way from left to right, and then back. She'd smash her lips together like that, but this is the part I always remember because I was so fascinated by it. She would take a single square of toilet paper and go like this. And if that wasn't available, an envelope, a piece of paper, like there are things, like for the rest of time, if I see anything that has a lip print on it, it's going to make me think of my mom. So isn't that funny, those little memories that we have from childhood and things that become ingrained in our memory and the way that we think about things. So with makeup and my mom, it's a beautiful memory, and every time I see her put on lipstick, she still does it that way. It brings back a beautiful childhood memory for me. All right, folks, I'm going to go. First, I'm going to put on some setting spray. If you guys have not gotten your Busted the House Gerard Cosmetics Rich Luxe collab yet, they are still available. The information is down below with my affiliate link and my 30% off code. But this is what you get. 2 full-size Dreamsicle and mint chocolate chip sleigh all day setting sprays and a travel size mint chocolate chip. If you haven't gotten it, go get it before it's gone, guys. It's $59. Yes, $59 for the set, and you get the little house that's so cute. And you can buy the large size for $22 and the small size for $16, I believe, but I think it's $41.30 if you use my code PinkShareBear. But I'm going to use the Dreamsicle. I like both of them very much, but this one's my favorite. I recently had a friend ask me about the staying power of this, so let me address that. I am a Holy Grail all-nighter fan, okay? But these are neck and neck. I can't say I like one more than the other as far as staying power. This does as well or better than this does. And if we're going to talk about which one you're going to choose, I'm going to choose the one that smells so good. And this is less expensive too. So there you have it. I'm going to put on Dreamsicle. And the cool part is the smell hangs around. It hangs around. Let me find my fan. The hairs. All the hairs. I talked about Jaclyn Hill and then all the hairs appeared. The hairs. You know what? I did not put on any. I kept looking at myself thinking, I look different. I look weird. What's going on? I don't have any blush or highlighter on. Be right back. Okay, now I'm going to go get dressed and I'll be back to chat with you just a little bit before I have to go. All right. Okay, all right. All right. All right, guys, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to my stories about my makeup journey and the inspiration behind it with my mom and Jaclyn Hill. Thank you to the other magnificent 7, all the wonderful ladies. Let me see if I can list them all. Courtney, Nona, Chip, Jamie, Kimberley, Amanda, and Marley. Go check them all out. All their info will be in the information box. Make sure you go check this out as well. I will link it for you up there if you want to see the unboxing and all that jazz. Not trying to push it. I am trying to push it. I think it's a totally cute set and I don't want you guys to miss out on it before it's sold out and gone. So all that being said, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to all the other wonderful ladies for collabing with me. I feel super accomplished that I got this filmed before the week before I have to have this posted. So actually I have time and I won't be up till midnight trying to edit it. I'm proud of myself because I wasn't feeling the filming thing today. But once I got started, it turned out super good in my opinion. All right, let me shut up. I got to get to church. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And until next time, take care and God bless.